I always thought viruses were things of the past. Outbreaks we'd read about in history books, not experience firsthand. But then a new virus emerged. And now it's here. It started with whispers on the news. A mysterious illness in a distant country. People falling sick with flu-like symptoms, some developing severe respiratory issues. I watched from the comfort of my living room, sympathetic but detached. It felt worlds away. Then, reports of cases in neighboring countries began to surface. The virus was spreading, crossing borders with ease. Panic started to seep into daily conversations. Supermarket shelves emptied as people stocked up on essentials. Masks became a common sight. Despite the growing concern, I tried to maintain normalcy. After all, our city hadn't reported any cases yet. One evening, I received a message from a friend. "Did you hear? There's a confirmed case in our city." My heart skipped a beat. It was no longer a distant threat. The next day at work, the atmosphere was tense. Colleagues whispered in hushed tones, eyes darting around nervously. Our manager called for a meeting. "We're implementing remote work starting tomorrow," she announced. "It's a precautionary measure." That night, I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The invisible enemy was now at our doorstep. Days turned into weeks. The city went into lockdown. Streets once bustling with life were now eerily silent. I spent my days indoors, the walls of my apartment, feeling more confining with each passing day. The news became a constant background noise, updates blurring together into a haze of statistics and advisories. I started to notice a tickle in my throat, a slight cough. "It's just allergies," I told myself, trying to quell the rising panic. But the cough persisted. One morning I woke up with a fever. My body ached, and breathing felt laborious. Fear gripped me. I reached for my phone and called the local health hotline. After a series of questions, they advised me to self-isolate and monitor my symptoms. I was alone, confined to my apartment, with only my thoughts and the hum of the refrigerator for company. The days blurred together. My symptoms fluctuated, some days better, others worse. I avoided looking out the window, not wanting to see the deserted streets that mirrored my isolation. One night, as I lay in the dim glow of my bedside lamp, my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "We know you're sick. Help is coming." I stared at the screen, confusion mingling with fear. Who, where, we? How did they know? Before I could process it, there was a knock at my door. I hesitated, then slowly approached. Through the peephole, I saw two figures in hazmat suits. "We're here to assist you," one of them said, their voice muffled. I opened the door cautiously. They took my temperature, checked my oxygen levels, and handed me a packet of medications. "You're not alone," the other assured me. "We're monitoring everyone remotely." As they left, I felt a mix of relief and unease. The next morning, I received another message. "Your vitals are stable. Continue to rest." I hadn't told anyone about my condition. How were they monitoring me? I searched my apartment for cameras, microphones, anything that could explain it. Nothing. Days passed, and the messages continued. They knew when I was awake, when I was asleep, even when I moved from one room to another. Paranoia set in. I covered mirrors, unplugged appliances, but the messages persisted. One evening, as the sun set, casting long shadows across the room, I received a final message. "You're recovering well. Remember, we're always watching." I shivered, not from illness, but from the realization that privacy was an illusion. In this new world, the virus wasn't the only invisible threat.